What's up, everyone? Another day, another adventure with your homeboy Jermaine. What we got going on in this video? Just another random video. A couple things I want to do today. I want to make some sort of bike tour video, riding around showing some area, or going from neighborhood to neighborhood, telling some sort of story. And I also want to make a 360 video because I have a 360 camera and I should make more 360 videos. They're really cool. I understand a lot of people don't like them because maybe you don't exactly know how to use them. They work ideal if you're watching with a cell phone, not so much on the computer or, you know, watching on a TV. And I also want to make a couple reels today. I understand a lot of folks don't like reels because maybe you're watching on a TV and you can't like watch the reel the same. But guess what? YouTube wants creators to make reels, so that's what you kind of have to do to get out there. So for now, I'm gonna go run around, cut the apps on for a little bit. Meanwhile, I'll make you know, some more videos, 2 other videos, and that's what I got going on today. Let's get this video started. Rock on. Just finished the first 360 video. I'm gonna sit here and edit it because I'm outside this next pickup location, and they're telling me it's gonna be like 10-15 minutes. I'm totally fine with, you know, waiting. One thing I figured out with the apps, you want to work lunchtime. Sometimes it can be busy during lunchtime, but like after 1 o'clock, forget about it. Now next week, things may change. I think things will pick up a little bit next week because there's more people back in town and stuff like that. But right now there are a lot of tourists in the city, and usually when there's a lot of tourists in the city, there's not as many like everyday folks in the city. That's kind of how it goes. Like when there's a lot of tourists, the 9 to 5 people are like gone out of town, and it reminds me of like that in the summertime too. But for now, I'm gonna, you know, wait here, edit this video, this 360 video. I'll probably make a reel out of it too, because that's the cool thing about a 360 camera. You can make a 360 video, you can share it as a 360 video, then you can make a reel out of that video, chop it up, make a different video, make a reel out of it, and then you can make a third video. You can make a flat video, or you can use parts of that video in a video like this one. Like this is a flat video that I'm making here. So that is pretty cool, pretty fly. Yeah. I definitely love this view. You can just see straight down Kearny Street here. And it is not a lot of traffic today. But more importantly, it's not raining. Oh my gosh, the guy on the bike almost got hit there. And there's Zoox. There's another autonomous car. But Zoox, they're whack too. You know why? Because they got a driver in the car, yo. The autonomous cars, the ones with no driver in the car, those are the real ones. Those are the super cool ones. Cruise, yo. Cruise. But that one had a driver in the car. All right, next. Funny. I just dropped off this last delivery, and it was one of those buildings where you usually go inside and drop it off. There's someone working at the front desk. But every now and then you go to certain locations and there's no one at the front desk because maybe they're doing something else. So I'm waiting, and I see a couple people come out, but the door closes like before I can go in. So I'm just like waiting outside. I've already called the customer. And there's some dude comes running outside with like 3 masks on. He like walked up to the door normally, and then when he got to the door, he took off running. And then some people came downstairs, and they was getting off the elevator, and they were like, "Hey, did you see anyone running?" And I was like, "Yeah, the guy with the 3 masks on in the hood." And they're like, "Yeah, which way did he go?" It's like, he went like right. And they like took off running after him. And then after that, the customer came down, got the food. But the dude he looked kind of normal. It looked like he was, you know, going for a jog with 3 masks on. I definitely see people jogging all the time around, and he really looked like a jogger for the most part. He had, you know, jogging shorts on, like he had a hood on. He didn't really look sketchy at all. Looked completely normal, if you ask me. But they're definitely looking for him. I don't know what happened. Maybe he did something. This is the real reason why bike lanes in the city suck, because trucks always take over them, like all the time. I don't care like wherever they are, you always see trucks parking the bike lanes, especially on Embarcadero Street. They always take over. Like, you know, when they have the farmer's market on Saturday mornings. It's crazy. Pizza time. Let's make this up here. Some vegan pizza with the Beyond, the vegan cheese, and I think it might have some onions on it. if we look closely. You might have to watch this video over and over to look for the onions, but yeah. A little bit later in the day, I had a flat tire, so now I'm riding the bus. Dang. Wow, another day down. So what do? I really need to repair this tire, but I'm not too worried about it because this back tire has had a slow leak on it for like, I don't know, maybe a week or two now. And I'm just gonna have to redo it, maybe put a new tire on it, but yeah, gotta fix that. Other things that happened today, super funny. So I was in Union Square earlier today and I was cycling in between cars, and it was someone in the back of the Uber and the window was down, and I saw that they had the phone like in their hand and they were on the Tinder app. And they were like swiping right, and I like yelled out, "Yo, Tinder app," or something along those lines. And I didn't, of course, I didn't see the reaction because I was kind of, cruising through. But I thought that was really, really funny, and I just, skip, hop, 5 cars up. So that car never passed me again. And another thing that happened, I was hanging out with some of the delivery people in between 5th and Market on Mission Street. There's like this huge, like fancy Four Seasons building there. And I see a lot of delivery people hang out. And whenever it starts raining, folks will usually go underneath that little area. There's like a little area you can go underneath. And it kind of started raining for a minute. And it was some chick, she was locking up her bike and looked like she was going away from her bike, right? So I was asking some of the delivery folks, like, yo, you think I should tell her, like, don't lock your bike up there? Because it was a horrible place to lock your bike up. It was on Mission Street in between 4th and Mission, and that's just not a good place to lock up a bike. And they said, yeah, tell her, because they were not there, they didn't want to go tell her. So I was like, yo, I'll go over and tell her. So I went over and said, hey, I saw that you just locked your bike up over here. It's a really, really bad place to lock your bike up. And I said, where are you going? Are you going someplace that maybe you can bring your bike in? Because it would be much safer if you can take your bike in instead of like leave it on the street. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to like the Jewish museum here. And I said, yo, you should ask him if you can like bring it inside, because if you leave it out here, it may not be here. And then she also responded, I noticed that there was no other bikes locked up anywhere around here. And I responded, yeah, because people around here know that you cannot lock up a bike on the street. Most folks around here even take their bikes inside of malls, and a lot of delivery people, they'll take their bikes inside of buildings to make the delivery on like the 30th floor. That's just how bad it is. And after, letting her know, I guess she went over to see if she could take it in, and then she like quickly like took her bike and moved it. Hopefully she moved it to a safer place, because from one cyclist to another cyclist, I don't want anyone to go through the whole hassle of getting their bike stolen. It is not a fun thing to do, especially if you come from outside the city and you don't know like the area and you just think, oh yeah, where I live, it's totally cool to lock up a bike. But over here in San Francisco, it may not be cool to lock up a bike like at all. You may come back out and your bike is totally gone, and they even stole the bike lock, So, it was nice to, help out like a random person that I saw, like, in the city. And it was also funny to yell at that dude in the back of the Uber talking about the Tinder app. But for now, I'm going to figure out this whole bike situation because I need to repair this bike. I'm not going to be cycling for a couple days. We got more rain in the forecast, and that's what I got going on now. I'll probably make some more videos tomorrow. But for now, I'm going to wrap this one up. Like, comment, subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Peace out, yo. Ow.